Hello students, today we are going to see the review of Laplace transform. This is the first topic of your fourth unit. Laplace transform plays an important role in the modeling of a circuits. You will find the application of Laplace transform in electrical circuits as well as in control systems. You are going to see these control systems in further semesters. Already you have seen, you know the concepts related to some Laplace transform in the mathematics. I think so. Now, in this session, in the electrical circuits, we are going to see how the Laplace transform will help in modeling circuits. So, the Laplace transform plays a very important role in the modeling of circuits. When we do a modeling of circuits, we get some complex differential equations. Already we have seen. In the third unit, we come across with some first order differential equations and your second order differential equations. When it comes to your practically, in the practical, we are going to see some complex differential equations. So if you solve that complex differential equations, it takes more time. In time domain, it takes more time and it is a very tedious process. So to overcome that problem, we have a beautiful tool, that is your Laplace transform. With the help of Laplace transform, we are going to convert that complex differential equations into a simple algebraic equations. So the Laplace transform converts your complex differential equations into a simple algebraic equations. So what is a Laplace transform? The name itself signifies that transform. So it is the tool that transforms a time domain function into frequency domain function. So a Laplace transform is a tool which is used to represent the frequency domain of a time domain function. So in this we are going to convert a time domain signal into the frequency domain signal. So it is given by, the Laplace transform is given by a mathematician and a astronaut, that is a Pierre Simon Laplace. So he is the person who is behind this Laplace transform, that is Pierre Simon Laplace. He is a French mathematician and your astronaut. So before going to the Laplace transform, what is the base for your Laplace transform? That is your integral transform. The base for the Laplace transform is integral transform. The integral transform is given as g of alpha integral over a to b f of t into k of alpha comma t into dt, where this g of alpha is called as output, and f of t is called as input, and this is called as integral kernel. Here the output is a function of alpha, input is a function of t, and integral kernel, it is a function of alpha comma t. Now we are going to see the Laplace transform. So let us consider, if f of t is a signal, let f of t is a signal in time domain, then the Laplace transform of f of t, is given as f of x, which is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity f of t into e power minus st into dt. This is your standard equation for your Laplace transform. That is your Laplace transform of f of t is equal to f of s, which is equal to integral over minus infinity to plus infinity f of t into e power minus st into dt. Let us compare these integral transform with a Laplace transform. This is your output. This f of s is called as output. So this is your output, which is a function of s, and this is your input, which is a function of t, and this is called as your integral kernel, which is having s sin t. This is your integral kernel. What is this S? Where S is called as, where S is equal to sigma plus j omega, where S is equal to sigma plus j omega. This sigma is called as damping factor. This sigma is called as damping. Sigma is called as a damping factor, and this omega is called as angular frequency. Omega is called as angular frequency. Omega is called as a angular frequency. Here we are going to see some Laplace transform of some standard signals. Laplace transform of standard signals. Now we are going to see how to find the Laplace transform of standard time domain signals. Let us consider a step signal. The step signal is indicated with u of t. Step signal is indicated with u of t. Its general form is given as, so how it looks. Generally a step signal is, this is your step signal, that is your u of t, and this is your t. So this is called as a step signal. If u of t is equal to 1, that is called as, if this value is equal to 1, then it is called as unit step signal. It is called as a unit step signal. So the mathematically it is given as, given f of t is equal to u of t. This u of t is nothing but, u of t is equal to 1. This u of t value is equal to 1. T is greater than 0. Here we are considering unit step signal. If it is a normal step signal, this is equal to some constant. Let us consider this is a unit step signal. So u of t is equal to 1 for t is greater than 0, and it is 0 for t is less than 0. So generally in the place of 1 we are going to consider a constant, that is of a variable, that is a small a or capital A. So here we are considering a unit step signal whose value is equal to 1 for t greater than equal to 0. T is greater than 0, and at t is less than 0, its value is equal to 0. So from minus infinity to 0, this is your 0. From minus infinity to 0, the value of signal is 0. From 0 to infinity, the value is equal to 1. So at 0, within the less time, it is increased to 1. Now we are going to find the Laplace transform of this signal. So u of t is equal to Laplace transform of u of t, that is your unit step signal, which can be given as Laplace transform of u of t is equal to minus infinity to plus infinity u of t into e power minus ht into dt. So this integral can be split into two integrals: minus infinity to 0 u of t into e power minus ht into dt, plus from 0 to plus infinity u of t into e power minus ht into dt. So from the equation of your Laplace, from the graph of your u of t, so this is the graph of u of t, which is defined from only from 0 to infinity. From 0 to infinity, it is having some value. From minus infinity to 0, its value is equal to 0. So from this we can say from minus infinity to 0, the value of u of t, is 0, and from 0 to infinity, the value of u of t is equal to 1. So by substituting these values, you are going to consider the first integral becomes 0. So you remain with only 0 to infinity. U of t value is 1. So e power minus st into dt. So integral of e power minus st is integral over integral of e power at into dt is equal to, that is 1 by a into e power at. So from this we can write here minus 1 by s into e power minus st with the limits of 0 to infinity. Let us substitute these limits. Minus 1 by s e power minus infinity minus e power 0. So this can be written as minus 1 by s e power minus infinity is, that is 0, and e power 0 is 1, that is your minus 1. So which can be given as 1 by s. So the Laplace transform of u of t is equal to, here we got the Laplace transform of a standard signal, that is your unit step signal u of t is, we got, that is your 1 by s. So let us tabulate some standard signals Laplace transform. The Laplace transform of Laplace transform of some standard signals, some standard signals. For example, let us consider a signal and its Laplace transform. Signal and its Laplace transform. Let us consider a signal like a u of t. U of t is nothing but your step signal. For u of t, what is the Laplace transform? We got, that is your 1 by s. Similarly, the Laplace transform of del of t. This del of t is nothing but your impulse signal. So this is your step signal. This is your step signal, and this is your impulse signal. Impulse signal del of t. For del of t, the Laplace transform is equal to 1. Already we have seen this. How? What is the impulse signal? And the Laplace transform of t power n, that is your Laplace transform of t power n is equal to n factorial by s power n plus 1. And the Laplace transform of t becomes, what is the exponential? Here you are having the power is 1. So 1 factorial is equal to 1 by s power 1 plus 1, that is your s square. So this is called as ramp signal. This is your unit ramp signal. So u of t is equal to 1 by s, del of t is equal to 1, t power n is equal to n factorial by s power n plus 1, and t is equal to 1 by s square. Let us see some more signals. Signal and its Laplace transform. The Laplace transform of e power minus at is equal to, e power minus at is equal to 1 by s plus a, and e power plus at is equal to 1 by s minus a, and cos omega t is equal to, Laplace transform of cos omega t is equal to s by s square plus omega square. Sin omega t, Laplace transform of sin omega t is equal to omega by s square plus omega square. So your duty is we have considered how to find the Laplace transform of u of t. Already you know in the mathematics what is the Laplace transform of this all signal. So let us try to find the Laplace transform of this del of t, t power n, t, e power minus at, e power at, cos omega t and sin omega t. Its derivation. Just in the notes, let us try to find this Laplace transform of the remaining signal. So let us consider for hint for how to find the Laplace transform of your cos and sin. So generally the cos omega t can be written as e power j omega t plus e power minus j omega t by 2, and sin omega t can be written as e power j omega t minus e power minus j omega t by 2j. Use this. Just let us find the Laplace transform of this cos omega t and Laplace transform of this sin omega t. So now let us see the inverse Laplace transform. What is the inverse Laplace transform? This is a review only. Inverse Laplace transform. So what is inverse Laplace transform? The time domain signal can be obtained by using the inverse Laplace transform. Time domain signal can be obtained. Time domain signal can be obtained from frequency domain signal. From frequency domain signal. So a time domain signal can be obtained from frequency domain signal. It means that inverse Laplace transform converts the frequency domain to time domain. So what is the inverse Laplace transform? F of t is equal to inverse Laplace transform of f of x. Inverse Laplace transform of capital F of x is equal to given as small f of t, which is equal to 1 by 2 pi j integral over sigma minus j omega sigma plus j omega capital F of s into e power st into ds. So this is a standard equation for your finding inverse Laplace transform. But when we consider to find the inverse Laplace transform, like we are not going to consider this complex integral. Just by using the partial differential. We are going to find the Laplace transform, inverse Laplace transform of any signal. So in the next class, we are going to see how we are going to apply to the electrical circuit, and how we are going to find the response of a circuit in frequency domain, that is in the S domain. Thank you.